Okay, thank you so much for your time. So today we are talking about the Necromancer. The Necromancer is kind of a classic character in the Diablo franchise. It is going to bring dark magic to the table when it comes to what we're going to be looking at in just a second. So it's not just, it has summons. It's like, no, you're summoning crazy, evil fucking skeletons to kill shit for you. It's not just like, you're fighting with someone else. Like, the shit you do is super dark, crazy. Like, one of his moves is just hurling a huge tidal wave of blood at the bad guys. I mean, it's totally messed up, totally dark, totally twisted. So that's the Necromancer. Like, one of my summons is just a fucking giant blood house fucking thing. Like, it's disgusting. It's awesome. So the Necro is kind of like an elemental caster style, but the elements that you're casting, it's not, fire and ice. It's blood and shadow. As you can see, I have my summons going crazy right now, and they're just melting whatever's in front of them. The Necro is awesome, so really quick, let's go through some of the skills. Most of it's like your shooting stuff, to be honest with you. There is some closer game style skills, but you tend to be a caster with this build. There are Thorns builds, there are melee builds, but caster tends to be the go-to. You have some great crowd controls, you have some great damage buffs. It went from like no movement to it can be a very fast class. So there's less to worry about in that department now. So arguably highly mobile. You work your way down, you have some really big damage buffs, some really funky skills. It's just this dark, twisted character where you summon skeletons to fight with you. You're just shooting like hell magic out of your body to kill stuff. It's just like totally messed up and crazy. The class mechanic is actually tied to all of your summons. How do I pull that up here? So you kind of like can pick and choose what you want for your summons to offer. Cold, shadow, bone, that type of thing, and then you can trade them off for like super buffs towards yourself. So that's a really unique playstyle where you see all these really cool summons that you can have, but if you click turn them off, you get increased damage in a lot of different ways. It's really powerful. You can stack a lot of damage for yourself. So long story short, the Necro, very strong. You can have multiple playstyles. You want to go melee, you can, but really its caster abilities and its summon abilities are just so strong, and there's so many cool ways to synergize. I'm a huge fan of the crowd control as well. It is a really, probably one of the best crowd control moves in the game, where you do this huge pull. You can really line up a nice attack if you do the pull right. It has very unique legendary aspects, and then of course unique items. This one I love. It's when my minions hit them, there's a chance to curse, and then I have an item that if I'm hitting a cursed enemy, I do a lot of damage. So a great synergy for the class. These are just really simple breakdowns of the classes. This is, nothing ironclad. A lot of stuff will change eventually, but that's just a quick rundown.